guys, it's Tina and I am back, and as requested by you guys, I asked you if you wanted me to do a recommendations video even though it would be a little bit late in the sale. You guys said you still wanted to see it, so this is what I'm bringing to you guys. So let's jump right into it. For those of you who don't know, the Sephora sale happens twice a year. There's a big Sephora sale. So this one is the holiday Sephora sale, and it's for 20% off for VIB Rouge members and VIB members. So if you're a part of the Beauty Insider Club, and you're a VIB member or a VIB Rouge, you have access to this sale, or you had access to this sale. And the VIB Rouge members no longer have access to the sale, so I'm sorry this video is too late for you guys, but the VIB members can use their code, which is VIB20. You get 20% off your entire purchase, and you can use it all day long, every day for the next 4 days, which is from November 13th to the 16th. So you have 4 days to get all your stuff. Get it now while you can, while it's hot, because the code goes extinct, it expires, that's it for you. So grab the things while you can. And you can also hold out a little bit for the spring sale, which happens I think in March, the end of March, April-ish, early April, and that is usually like a lower percentage. So people try to stock up during the VIB sale because it's 20% versus 15% or 10% in the spring sale. So ramble, I want to go ahead and suggest some things for you guys to check out, to look into in case you are going to shop this sale. Things that I recommend looking into or checking out or picking up. So I always say for these sales you have to plan ahead, and most people do plan ahead and have their lists and they check it twice and they have a run-in cart on Sephora. And with Sephora you can add things to your cart as long as you're logged into your account. You just keep adding things to your cart and it remains there unless it goes out of stock or something. It remains there, and you can put things in your loves list, so you can click the heart next to it and it goes to your loves list, and you can just keep a run-in tab of what you're looking to get. And most people do that. Most people have that list. I had that list. Most people have that list set and ready to go, and there are items that they've been looking into and thinking about getting. So you probably already have your list, but here's a couple of things that I think are key on anybody's list that they should definitely pick up. First of all, brow pencils. Get your basics. Get things that you use all the time. You run out of it, you go through it like water, you use it so much that you buy it multiple times a year. Stock up. Now is the time to stock up and save, because some of these things can get expensive and pricey, and we want to save when we can. So if you have the money and you can kind of stock up right now, do it. Brow pencils, I would say go ahead and grab your brow pencils, because you use them every time you use makeup, right? Is that just me? You don't do your brows every time? Yes, you do. So, Brow Wiz, Anastasia Brow Wiz, this is my go-to. Always recommend this. This is kind of a foolproof brow pencil. Yes, there are other ones on the market. Yes, there's even cheaper alternatives on the market now that are actually really good. And I do like the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I love that a lot. Half the price. But this is kind of my go-to if I'm going on a trip, if I need a foolproof brow, if I need a brow that's going to work no matter what. Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. This is my favorite, hands down. Also, I actually recommend the Urban Decay Brow Beater. It's a microfine brow pencil and brush. This is the shade Neutral Brown. I also love this. This, however, has a third of the product in the Anastasia Beverly Hills. And yeah, it's the same price, but has a very fine point. I think it's smaller than the Anastasia point. This color, Neutral Brown, is beautiful. It gives me a very light, natural brow without looking like I'm trying to do a natural brow. So it's not too light brown, and it has like a, I don't know, does it have like a taupey undertone? It's a dark brown with a taupey undertone, so it gives me a lighter look to my brows. Because the Anastasia dark brown can be a little bit dark and intense sometimes, but this gives a lighter look. So when I'm going for a more natural, laid back look, yes, I actually really love it. And now is the time to save on it, because you can try it out without breaking the bank. And yeah, fragrance is also something that I say get. I'm going to be random throughout this video. I'm not even going to be organized. I'm just going to say things as they come to me, so careful. Last year I stocked up on fragrance, and fragrance is very personal. So I'm sure you have your favorite fragrance that you probably wear every day, or you have a fragrance that's your signature fragrance, or you have a fragrance that's your special occasion fragrance. Now's the time to stock up on fragrance, because fragrance rarely goes on sale. Ulta even excluded fragrance from their sale this year, which I was very disappointed in. But Sephora has not excluded anything. You can grab your fragrance. If you're gonna get gifts, fragrance is like a no-brainer. People love fragrance. So if you know their favorite fragrance, grab fragrance. I love the Gucci Envy Me, the Gucci Eau de Parfum 2, the Nirvana, Elizabeth and James Nirvana Black and White. You know what? Don't even think about it. Just get those. The two of them, get the black and the white. Now is the time to get them, because they're cheaper, because you're getting them on sale. Get the rollerball if you want to go really cheap. But those, I think everybody that has ever tried them love them. I've not heard one person say, oh my god, no. Listen, just get it. Just don't even, those are ones that I can recommend blindly because they're that good. And it's like almost a universal fragrance. Even though fragrance is so personal, they're almost universal how good they smell. So get those. Okay, face products. If you have a favorite skincare, or there's a certain thing you wanted to try, like a face cream or eye cream, a mask, now is the time to get them. Glam Glow, everybody raves about. If you've ever been interested in getting Glam Glow, get Glam Glow now. Their Foaming face wash I actually really truly liked, and I was expecting to get one, but I can't anymore, but that's fine. That is fine. I might go in store and get it still, because they Sephora did tweet me and let me know that if I go in store they can honor my VIB discount. Anyway, that, if you're into Glam Glow, get that. But I will tell you right now, what I went ahead and grabbed is the Sephora Mud Mask. This guy is compared to Glam Glow a lot, and it's cheaper. Now is the time to try it out. I really like that. But your face wash, your moisturizer, things that you use daily and go through that are your signature, you love them. Again, skincare is very personal, so get those. I'm a Paula's Choice baby, so that's what I have. Eyeshadow primer. This you use every time you use eyeshadow, right? Or if you're like me, you use this every day you wear makeup, because you need to seal in the oils in your lids, because they get greasy and creasy and they look a mess. Even when you're not wearing eyeshadow, they just get greasy. Smashbox 24-hour photo finish shadow primer, I recommend hands down. Amazing primer. It's been one of my favorites this year. This and the MAC Prep and Prime, but they are kind of very, very similar formulas, almost identical formulas. But Smashbox is on sale right now, so get the Smashbox. Really good primer. While I like the NARS one, I feel like this dries out quickly and it's more expensive, so stick to the Smashbox one. Speaking of primers, the Makeup Forever primers, the Makeup Forever Step 1 primers, get the Smooth-In. The Smooth-In one is so great, and I think this will work for the majority of skin tones. Even if you have oily skin, grab the Smooth-In one. Really, really awesome. Also, if you wanted to try the coconut primers, if you wanted a hydrating primer, the Marc Jacobs one and the Too Faced ones, these are nice primers. I really like the Marc Jacobs one, but I think the Too Faced one I just hauled this is going to be one and the same. But primers, if you were looking into primers that are a little bit pricey, yeah, check those out. Foundations, Marc Jacobs. If you want full coverage foundation, if you're not afraid of full coverage, like serious heavy duty coverage, get the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Full Cover Foundation Concentrate. This is, listen, do not even bother to look at the Cover FX Custom Drops crap. Listen, I have feelings about that it's just, no. It's a half an ounce. This guy is 0.075, I think. It's not a full ounce, but it's less than an ounce. But you need very little of this, like dot this on. Be careful though, if you have dry skin or dry patches, be careful with this. Use a hydrating primer. It does dry matte and it stays matte. But if you're looking for flawless, full coverage, hallelujah, you use very little of this. Even though you get less than an ounce, use so little of this that a little bit of it goes a really long way. This I highly recommend, okay? Another foundation, which is one of my favorites this year, would be the Dior Nude Air Serum Foundation. This is the deepest, is it? No, they have another shade, Mocha 60. This is shade 50 and this is shade 40. I mixed the two. If you can't get your exact shade, I wouldn't recommend getting two. I'm just obsessed like that and I really like the formula. So I got two, but if you can find your shade in this, this is a beautiful foundation. You do get the full 1 ounce. A little goes a long way. Lightweight, matte, beautiful on your skin. I'm speaking for oily skin and oily combination skin. I'm not speaking so much for dry skin because I don't have too much of a reference for that. Just be mindful of that. The Makeup Forever HD foundations too are also ones to check out. They reformulated, so they're new. Everybody's raving about them. Here's the thing that I found with these foundations. I got the 173 in the previous formula, but I got the 173 and it was awful. It was awful. I was like, this foundation sucks. I hate it. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear it. It was awful. It looks so bad on my skin. Like something about that shade just didn't do anything. It looked disgusting, like for real. And I returned it. I was ready to, I did a review, like I did the video and I was supposed to edit it. I didn't get around to editing it, but I was just done. I was like, that is crap. Everybody that speaks about it, I'm like, what are you talking about? And then they sent me 3 shades. They sent me 175, 175, R520. So I have R510, R520, and I have another shade, but yeah, this one is Y535. So they sent me these shades and I'm like, those are too dark and I don't think they're gonna work. But lo and behold, I used the 175. Have to blend it a little bit further down my neck and really blend and then add a lighter powder on top. But hello, it looks so good on my skin and I'm like, wait. So if you try a shade that just looks awful on you and you're willing to try some more, try to get samples of deeper shades in it. Shade that you don't think you truly are, like I'm 173, try the 175, try a couple of shades around the shade you think you are. Get samples and try them because they actually do work out. And I had made up my mind when I got that shade. I was like, no, but then it worked out fine. Here's a primer for oily skin that I highly recommend. This guy here for oily skin. The Sephora Beauty Amplifier. Go for it. Just try it. Just trust me on this one. This is a spray. So spray it on a brush. I wouldn't recommend spraying it directly on your skin because it's going to get everywhere, but spray it on a brush. It's really good. It's a Sephora brand, so it's a little bit cheaper. Really good. I also actually really recommend the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. A lot of people are like, oh, this doesn't work. It actually does work really nicely to prep your skin. It gets, the foundation sticks, okay? It's not gonna make your foundation last forever, but it actually sticks really well. And what I love using this for is for eyeshadows and pigments. This actually makes your eyeshadows stick really well. They are intense. It's not as wet as Fix Plus. It's not like wet. That's what I like about it. It's a primer water that's not overly wet. And I know that sounds funny, but it doesn't make things runny and too wet. And just, this is just a good primer and a good primer water and things that you would use Fix Plus for. And it does kind of hydrate your skin as well, but it's not overly oily or dewy like Fix Plus can be. So that's one to consider if you've been considering it. Go for it, girl. Go for it. Contour powders. Now, there are 2 that I truly love. I love the Marc Jacobs High Five filter, but this one has a little bit more pinky undertone. What I would recommend truly is the Low Light Highlight Perfecting Palette from Becca. I got this after the Marc Jacobs one, and I like this a lot more. This one definitely gives you a shadowy effect. It has a neutral undertone, so it gives you a shadowy effect. And then you also get the opal highlight from Becca as well. I truly hope they start doing this individually because I want this contour powder by itself. I don't want to have to buy the duo to get it. So hopefully they do this in singles. Becca, you hear me? You hear me? I mean, opal is gorgeous, but I have opal in a full size, so I don't need it. But it's good when I travel. I guess I can just use this. Speaking of opal, the highlighters, Becca Shimmer and Skin Perfectors, they're expensive. People are like, oh my god, no. If you can get your hand on one of them, get it now. Champagne Pop is a popular one, but my go-to would be opal, especially for darker skin. Get opal. It is beautiful. This highlight here is really okay. I like you a lot. This is the Laura Mercier highlight number 1. I added this to the tops of my cheeks just now, and I'm living for it. As it warms up to my skin, initially it looked too stark. I was like, oh, no. It looks very silver. But as my skin is warming up to it, it's looking a lot better. So I really like that. What else? Palettes. If you're interested in getting palettes, here are the ones that I recommend, and they're probably sold out now. But the Anastasia Beverly Hills Self-Made Palette, which is this one here. The colors are, another thing fell out, but the colors are really nice. This is one of those that I blindly picked up, and I think you can blindly pick this one up too, because this one is in high demand. Great time to get it for a cheaper price. Has beautiful shades, and I say that because the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows are one of my favorite formulas. The matte shades and the titanium shades among my favorites. If you can get it as well, the Makeup Forever Artist Palette. Goes without saying, I think this is awesome. Also, the Naked Smoky Palette. That one is the Naked Smoky, beautiful palette. Now, a lot of people have been asking me about the Viseart palettes, and I did a swatch video, but it's not going to be up in time. If you're going to get the Viseart, if you've been really thinking about it, now is the time to get it. These are probably going to sell out, but now is the time to get it if you're going to get it, because I don't think it's worth the price point. I don't think the price tag is worth it. I think you have to get it on sale for it to be worth it. Does that make sense? Like, I got mine at the makeup show. I got mine during the sale last year, and that's the only way I would buy them because the price is ridiculous. The nude palette, they're good eyeshadows. They're not just like the ultimate. They're not going to blend themselves for you. Like, it still takes work, and they're not like gloriously different from other eyeshadows. Like Makeup Forever eyeshadows, I think they're equal. I don't think they're better than them. But this palette here is probably the one I would say to get. It's the 04 Dark Matte palette. It's just this, the colors alone are beautiful. Like, the colors, just, if you're into these colors, here's your baby. This one is the one I would say to get, to be honest, because I think the neutral palette is extremely dupeable. You can find this anywhere. This, I think this selection is a little bit more hard to get. Even though I think you can dupe this too, but I think together, yeah, and even with the price tag, you get 12 eyeshadows. So if you divide it out by the number of eyeshadows, you're actually getting a good palette. So foundations, I told you, eyeshadow, mascara. Pricey mascara, if you're gonna get mascara. Too Faced Better Than Sex. Love this mascara if you like full volume and all of that. Yes, go for it. The Dior Overcurl is also a good one, and the Clinique. No one, I'm not going to suggest the Clinique one because I think that's a little bit too wet. But mascara, okay, what else do we have? Powders. I think okay, I've been getting questions about the Laura Mercier powders. I don't like any of the invisible powders or the translucent powder or all of that. No, the one that I recommend is the mineral finishing powder, because this one has a little bit of a yellowy tone to it, an ivory tone, and it doesn't leave a white cast on your skin. So you can blend it in and it won't leave a white cast. And a lot of people use it on YouTube, the translucent finishing powder, I think. It looks very white, and then it looks good on camera when they're filming, but then they take pictures or they're caught in flash from an iPhone camera, or they're in a club in harsh lighting and you see it, like you see the center of their faces just look white and crazy. That's that powder. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it. They have mineral powders. They have this one, and they have another mineral set. They have different shades. So that's the one I would recommend, because I wore this. Doesn't blend. It blends in nicely. It doesn't leave a white cast, and it doesn't give that flashback reflective looking crazy thing. And the other powder that I would recommend is the Marc Jacobs Fawn Cocoa. The Marc Jacobs Perfection Powder. That's my shade, is Fawn Cocoa. But the Perfection Powder, love this guy. And also the Urban Decay powder here, the powder foundation, the Ultra Skin Definition Powder. Get this powder. Brushes, I say go for Marc Jacobs. This brush right here, this is the Phase 3. Great buffing brush, blending brush for foundation. Oh my god. And then the contour brush, which is the, where is it? I don't know where it is. But the contour brush is a really good one as well. And then for, yeah, that's it, right? For the brushes, Marc Jacobs is the one I would go for. They're pricey, but they're really good. And even, oh, this Tarte brush, if you pounds powder over your skin, this is a really nice one as well as this one here. I think if you were looking into this is also a good one. Concealer, honestly, I would say go for the Sephora Gel Serum Gel Serum Concealer. They have multiple shades, various shades you can choose. I think this, and they're not that expensive. Really good to pick up. Also, blush. I think the Becca blushes, the mineral blushes, are some great ones to pick up. Songbird is a favorite, like, everyday blush. Then you have bright blushes, the Lantana and the other ones, really good blushes. Also, I would say the Hourglass Ambient Powders, not the palette that, to me, the value isn't there, but if you get the Ambient palette, the one with the 3 ambient powders, beautiful. Or if you get one of the ambient powders, beautiful, just everyday, all over, glorious niceness on your skin. And then we'll wrap up with the lips. Lips, I think you should get the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks. Just get it. Just don't even. Just get colors that you really like. If you like matte, long-lasting liquid lipsticks, perfect. If you like matte, but you don't want the dry and long wearing, and you don't care if it smudges a little bit, the Luster Matte lip glosses, long wear lip colors, they're long wearing, but they will smudge a little bit. These from Sephora, the Sephora brand, yes. And I have, my favorite one is Fig Luster. Get this guy. This is amazing. And of course, my beloved YSL tinting oils. If just trust me on this. Just get at least one of these, and they're pricey, so now is the time to get them. Get the shade, I want you to get number 6. Where's number 6? Number 6 is the one you need to get. That's the prettiest one. It's flattering on everybody, and it's kind of like a peachy pink, but it looks different over the, just get that. Just don't ask any questions, just get that. I'm telling you right now. And then I like the Marc Jacobs lip creams as well. These are really nice lipsticks to get, and if you're gonna get them, now is the time to get them. And I think that's it. That's all I'm gonna recommend right now, because that's all I can think of right off the top of my head, and I wanted to get this video out. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. There's some products that you were thinking about getting that you now have a better idea of what you're gonna get. And I also have a haul video, so you can check that out too, to see if there's some other products that you may be interested in. And of course, we're gonna do end of year favorites, where I'm gonna round up everything that I truly love this year. But yeah, hopefully this video was helpful for you guys and it was entertaining. So I will leave a full, no I can't leave a list, I don't know. I will try to leave a list of most of the products that I mentioned, in case, you know, you missed something. Hopefully I can remember them. I'll list them down below. I'll watch the video and list them. I'll do that for you guys. And I'll leave links to my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook page where you can follow me along as well. And on to my next video, which will be very soon. I'll talk to you. Bye guys.